Next important question is networking device. What is a network device? The network devices are the electronic devices to help in data transmission in a computer network. This is also known as network equipment, and mainly the devices are repeater, hub, switch, router, bridges. And the first device is repeater. In this figure we can see that this is a two-port device, and the repeater receives the incoming signal and transmitting it. So when the signal is very transmitted over a long distance, the network signals may not be stable. There is a chance of dropping of data packets. So when the signals become weak, the repeater copy this data and regenerate it, and after that transmitting the data to the destination. So therefore no packets are lost. So this repeater is mainly doing amplification or boosting up of an incoming signal before being transmitting. So this is a two-port device and works at physical layer. So the functionality of a repeater is to amplify the incoming signal before being transmitting it to the destination. So this is the main function of a repeater, amplification or boosting up of a incoming signal before transmitting to the destination. And another important point needs to remember is that it works at physical layer, and this is a two-port device. The next device is hub. In this figure we can see that this is a hub device, and we can see many ports are available in this hub, and it is connect the multiple devices in a network to a centralized location. And when the data is given to one device which is connected to this hub, the hub copies this data packet and send to the devices which connected to this hub. That means the data will get to all the devices connecting this LAN connection. So it does not provide any security and privacy as it transmits the data to all the devices connected to this hub. So this is not secure and safe device, and it works at physical layer. This is about the hub device, that is all the data is copying all the data and sent to the devices which is connected to it. And so this is not secure and safe, and which is connected at physical layer. And the next device is switch. Switch is this is a networking device. It is more intelligent than hub. Why it is intelligent? Because it is connected in a centralized location, but it uses and works on the principle of MAC address. That means it uses a CAM table, that is content address memory table. In this table, the switch saves the MAC address and port numbers of every devices connected to it. Suppose this is a PC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 PCs are connected to the switch, and if this PC want to send the data packet to PC2, but the PC1 does not know which is the PC2. So what will happen is that this will send the data to switch, and switch will check this CAM table. That means it will check MAC address and port number. Accordingly, the data packets are sent to the desired users only. It will not send to all the users. So this is more secure and safe than hub. So this is a networking device which does the filter and forwarding, and this is more intelligent than hub, and it works on the principle of MAC address and CAM table. That means CAM table contains MAC address and port numbers. And one thing you need to remember is that it works at data link layer. And next device is routing. Can you guess what is routing? That is, routing is the process of finding the best path to send the data from source to destination. So this routing can be done by electronic or networking device called router. So router connects one network to another network. Suppose here we have two computers, computer A and computer B, and connected through a router. If the computer want to send the data package to B, and this computer A send the data package to router, what will happen is that router can select either this path, network path 1, 3, 5 or 2 or 4. Accordingly, it will reaches to computer B, but how it will select the path? Depend upon the faster or shortest path, this router will select the path. Maybe this is a shorter path, but this is longer path. But this path network, if this network is faster than this network path, the router will select this path. So that this process of finding the best path to send the data package from source to destination is known as routing. So the router connects one network to another network, and it works on network layer. So the network device that control the incoming and outgoing traffic in a network and connect our devices to internet, and it filter out the unwanted data and transmitted only the needed data. So the router receive data in and out and analyze and send it through the network. So mainly the function of the router is to finding the best path to send the data packets from source to destination, and it works on network layer. This is about router. Router is a network device to select the best path to send the data packets from source to destination. The next networking device is bridge. So in this figure we can see that the two LANs are connected by a networking device called bridge. So bridge is a network device that connect multiple lines together to form a large line. Here two lines only we are connected. If you need to connect more lines, we can use this bridge device. So it will connect and give a larger line. So this is the process of aggregating network is called as network bridging. So connecting multiple lines together to form a larger LAN is by use of a networking device called bridge, and process of aggregating networks is called network bridging. And one thing you need to remember is that it works on data link layer. So this is about bridges. The next important topic is NAT, that is network address translation. Let's have an example of a simple office setup with 4 computers are interconnected in a LAN. That is, the first computer's IP address is 10.0.0.1, second is 10.0.0.2, third is 10.0.0.3, and fourth is 10.0.0.4. And this interconnected networks are given to this router and to internet and web server. Suppose if the first computer with IP address 10.0.0.1 needs to access a web page, what the computer will do? Generally, it will send the request to the router and then to internet, and the result from the internet to the router and back to this 10.0.0.1 computer. Likewise, only the process will happen. But this 10.0.0.1 is a private address. It can work only in this private network. It can't able to access over this internet. So that it will convert, this NAT will convert the 10.0.0.1 into a public IP address. Why? Because as many devices have the same IP address, so network became confused where to send the data. So that only the NAT will convert the private IP address into public IP address, and public IP address is provided by ISP. So if the first computer want to send the data, it will send the request to this router, and the NAT table is over here. So in the NAT table, this private IP address and its private port is saved, and convert this private IP and private port to public IP and public port as 12.0.0.1 and 15,000, and send the request to internet. what the internet will do, it will give the response, internet give the response back to this public IP address and public port, and again check with this net table and convert back to this IP address and 10.0.0.1 and 5000 and give to the request to 10.0.0.1. So NAT is a network address translation which convert private IP to public IP and public IP to private IP.